Time now is 7:11 a.m. in the morning on April 23rd. I'm so freaking sleepy. Um yeah, so that's 3 hours of sleep, maybe even less. Well, that's probably around 3 hours of sleep. 3 hours and 20 something minutes. I went to bed at 3:30. I tried my best, man. I really did. And then woke up at 7. Um, I checked my financial situation last night, and I realized that I actually didn't spend that much money in April to eat food. I realized that spending $25 for a meal tonight isn't that huge of a deal. But then at the same time, I also thought, I don't know, I got chemistry homework. I got the chem lab to do. And I also got stuff to do in general. Like I have to watch Burning, the movie, and watch anime. And if I, go to college, come back home, say it's 1 p.m., and then I have to leave again at 4:30, that only gives me about 3.5 hours to do homework, film a movie review, edit a movie review, eat and cook lunch. I just wouldn't have a lot of time. So the chances are I'm gonna just refuse this. I'm not gonna go, to the buffet as much as I want to. On other news, Miriam says she's coming to LA. I just saw her message, DM from Instagram. Don't know why or how, but cool, I guess. God, I'm so tired. I will just not compute. If I see Miriam and Pepper in the same room, I will just what the fuck is going on? Maybe then that will unlock my subconsciousness and make it realize that I'm actually in the same world as I am in Hong Kong, and that will make me sad and broken. I don't know. I'll eat, I think I'll just eat a chocolate milk cereal for breakfast right now. And, just zoom to college. It's so freaking cold. It's so freaking cold. I don't know what's happening. Also, this is a bit complicated, but I just remembered that yesterday I received a text and saying that there will be pest control people coming to the apartment because there's that one cockroach. So Cindy asked for maintenance and asked for pest control. But here's the thing, man. They're coming on Monday noon and they want us to leave. But I can't because I got a chemistry exam. Last time they're making the Wi-Fi in the middle of my Spanish class, and now they're doing pest control in the middle of my chem exam. All right, it's time to go to college. I think I'm gonna turn down the buffet because even if spending $25 is fine, I just don't have a lot of time. All right, time now is 1:39 p.m. on April 23rd. I got a few updates, but nothing crazy. I'm gonna talk more a little bit later after my voice is less raspy. But just quick summary. Today is fine day. I talked, I walked, I acted like a human person, and not much else. Not a lot of developments, honestly. Kind of stagnant. But I think the question, the burning question here, is did I accept? Um, did I tell Jonah that I'm going to the buffet or not? And as you guys can probably tell, I'm not going to the buffet. I've weighed my option. Now, I could spend $25 for a damn good meal, and that would be amazing. But here are the pros and here are the cons. Pros, I eat a lot of good food, I meet more people and speak to them more. Cons, I lose $25, I lose a lot of time, plus the fact that I have a homework to hand in. I have a chemistry homework to hand in, plus the fact that I also want to spend some time drawing and writing scripts and just watching anime and movies in general. And also the con, that's the con. So again, they're both amazing. They're both great. Both the pros are really pro. The cons are really con. But I feel like the cons outweigh the pros a little bit, given that I'd rather have a good night rest. Okay, let's say I go to the buffet tonight, and after the buffet it would be 9:30, and we would go to Jonah's place to have a fellowship. So that will probably last until like nearly 11. I come back home, I do the chemistry homework, and it's already 1. I watch a movie and it's already 3. I take a shower, I go to bed, and it's already 4. And I still have to wake up tomorrow early to go to church at 8. That's 4 hours of sleep. And that's also more time wasted. So, you know what? I'd rather stay at home tonight, just be quiet, be still, be peaceful, go to bed a little early, wake up early tomorrow to go to church. All is well. And that's the thing, man. That's the thing. Aside from that, I don't got a lot of news. So, I'm still working on my short. I realize how one-dimensional I have become. And well, not necessarily one-dimensional. It's just that right now, now that I don't have to focus on college grades and food and shelter anymore, I find myself focusing on my own short film and my own social life, and that's it. These are the only 2 things I care about right now. Like, I care about nothing else. Like, there's nothing else in this world that matters to me. Of course, Mary matters, but Mary is from another world at this point. So during the chats of today, I talked a lot about short films. I talked a lot about just short films because I'm not going to talk to those people about my social life. And I come off a little boring and bland, but that's pretty much the only thing I think about right now. So I don't really know, and I don't know, man. I'm gonna make myself some lunch now, but it is what it is. So and Miriam says she wants to go to LA to travel and she wants to hang out with me and adventure with me, which is extremely cool. And again, I would probably glitch and break apart. Seeing Miriam here would just I would probably throw up and have a violent panic attack or something. And Miriam's also going alone. She's not going with her family. She's nobody's coming with her. Not even Zara. I'm gonna ask Miriam if Zara's coming too, but it's just really weird. But that's pretty much it. Also, don't get your hopes up. You know how that goes. Miriam's trip to LA may get canceled. Because come on, she's in year 2 of her university. She's supposed to be extremely busy. So this is so random and out of nowhere. But it is what it is. I promised Miriam and Zara and Leo and Pink and Natalie that I'll see them 1 year later. And I'll keep that promise. I'll see them 1 year later. Next Christmas, I'll go back to Hong Kong. I'll meet Natalie. I'll give her a good meal or something. I'll pay for her or something. I'll hang out with her. I'll do whatever. Right now, I'm to a point where even talking to strangers, I don't feel uncomfortable. Let alone speaking to someone like Natalie. Like, I won't say I'm super close to Natalie. Okay, you know what? I'm rambling on. I'm rambling. I'm gonna go make myself some lunch now. Bye bye. Gah! All right, so time now is 4:25 p.m. on April 23rd. Everything changes. Everything changes, man. Everything changes. This arc has just gotten real good. Um Oh, how did I get here? How did I get here? So I'm not gonna talk too much about what just happened, even though what just happened is truly an amazing, insane, absolutely ball sacks feat of impressivity. But I'm not gonna talk too much about that because I am not obligated to. But instead, I will basically recap what happened today. So after 3.5 hours of sleep, I woke up, ate chocolate milk frosted flake cereal, took a bus to the college campus. I originally didn't plan to listen to any music because I'm too sleepy to even appreciate music, but I ended up doing it because Miriam DM'd me on Instagram. She said she's coming to LA between May 11th and June 24th. And I'm like, what? Okay, hold on. So Miriam's coming in May, which is like not too long later. Which is not that far away. Like it's like a couple weeks, 3 weeks from now. And then Leo's coming in the summer. My family's coming in the summer. Actually, like yeah, my family plus my cousin. Wow, all right. And Miriam's talking about how she's actually afraid. Like she's very afraid because I don't even think Miriam has ever left East Asia before in her life. And so Miriam essentially said she's never been to, this foreign land and she's afraid. And in my head, I'm like, I mean, I would understand why. And I recall the first few days I've been in LA. Like, the first few days I was alone, I was really on alert mode. I wouldn't say I'm afraid because I truly did spend like my first 5 to 6 days with my mom and my aunt, and it's just mainly college and my first host family, and then with my mom and aunt. So it still feels like, essentially, what I'm trying to say is I'm a little jealous. I want to feel the fear that she's feeling. If I were to come to LA all by myself without anyone helping me, I would probably feel just as afraid. But that didn't happen. My mom and my aunt sort of helped me on my first week in LA, which is amazing, which is nice. But I also want to feel the fear. But regardless, what I'm also thinking is that there's nothing all that scary about LA. It sucks. This place friggin' sucks. But it's not that unpredictable once you understand the rules, once you understand how this place works. Once you understand that the curb beside the road of the pavement is high, and that it doesn't turn from a red light to green light, but to a white light, and it doesn't emit sounds. And there are supermarkets called Ralph's, and there's a thing called CVS, and it's a pharmacy. And how whenever there are police cars and fire trucks, all the other cars must stop. Like once you know all these rules, like you're kind of good to go, and you can just kind of survive on. You just got to know the rules of the city, know where you at, know how to socialize and get help, and like you can survive in literally any city. So yeah. It's actually not that bad, I guess. But yeah, Miriam sent me a voice message and I had to listen to it. So I'm like, okay, I'll listen to it via my Bluetooth. And then I listened to music. All right. Arrived at the CMD, into my college, into the building, into the classroom. And 'twas nice, you know. Actually, outside of the building, I saw Ella, the white girl, and David, the Swedish man, the Swede. And then I walked in, and then like the class begins. And today the whole class is basically um, a lecture on ISO and exposure. And it was, I wouldn't say boring because of the way the professor taught us. It was very quick and fun. He still makes jokes left and right, but yeah, yeah, you know, it's a little bland as far as class goes, a little bland. But it was fine. I almost fell asleep at the end. I was just so tired. During break, we had a long ass break. And so backtrack. Yesterday during the screenwriting club, did I talk about the screenwriting club? So yeah, I attended the script writing club Zoom meeting of my college, and there's nobody other than like I talked about this. But yeah, Raziel, this Latino guy, he's there. So he saw me today this morning, and before I could even ask him about it, he asked me first. He's like, "Oh, were you in the and I'm like, the screenwriting club Zoom meeting?" And I'm like, and he's like, "Yeah, were you in there?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then like during break, I honestly like I want to talk to him a little bit about it, but he was so eager in talking to me about this script writing club. So he spent like 20 minutes just talking to me about this club and like these meetings and like script writing in general and my goals, like being a director, being a writer, yada yada. And I'm starting to get a little bit bored. So my eyes dart left and right. I started to like look at other people around me, like Eric and Ella and Christian. I wanted to speak to Christian because I have a lot to say to him. I texted him on Discord, but he didn't get back to me. And I just want to speak more to people. I want to ask David about the whole International Student Forum hike thing because he was in a photo in an Instagram post by the ISF, aka the International Student Forum, which is really weird. So I want to ask him about it, and I also want to talk to Ella. I also want to talk to people. So I just looked left and right, and at one point, Ella and Eric joined our conversation, and I'm like, oh, the too popular person. So my first speculations of this class is that Miles is the popular boy, but I was actually kind of wrong. It was Eric, and I guess the girls, like Hinata, the Brazilian girl, as well as Alba, the Mexican girl. They are more popular, actually. Like, they sit on the seats. But I was just standing up the whole time because, like, I've been sitting for too much. But yeah, you know, Ella's nice, and she asked us, how's your spring break? Like, what cool movies did you watch? All that basic questions, you know. And then before I could even ask Christian about the Discord thing, he asked me first. He's like, "Oh, hey Enoch. Oh, sorry, I saw your message on Discord, but I didn't have the time to reply to it. What were you asking?" So it's actually quite nice that people are acknowledging my existence, but not only that, but also interacting with me. This is a fucking breakthrough. Holy fuck. This would never ever happen. Back in secondary school with Potato Gang, with Bean Gang, they would just ignore me. But now, among a group of people where none of them are East Asians, and they are a mix of different races and age, in a foreign country, people are acknowledging me and are interacting with me voluntarily. Holy shit. I would not believe this. You would not believe this, and I would not believe this. I don't even believe this now. Like this is insane. You know, just just retrospective. Like look back in 2018, 2019. Back in 2018, I stand in the middle of the classroom and everybody ignores me. But now people are actively speaking to me. This is the balls of the highest order. This is insane. This is absolutely just knees to the ground insane. Like this is unprecedented. Um wow. Wow. All right. Anyways, um class dismissed. Done deal. Went back out. And one of the things I want to do for this class actually is to speak to the professor, the Indian guy, the Indian man. He might be the best professor I've ever encountered in this college, both online and offline, aka in person. And I really want to talk to him just about film and my future and career in general. And usually I don't get the chance to do that, but today I almost got it because today some students just decided to stay in the classroom and wait for the professor to leave. And it was nice, you know. Professor's nice. He comes off kind of standoffish and he makes all these mean jokes, making fun of people. But I actually like that. It just shows that he doesn't dumb himself down. He recognizes his own talent and he's brutally honest, but not in a way he like hates people. It kind of reminds me of my Chinese teacher actually, who is still the best teacher ever, by the way. But yeah, at the end it's just me, Christian, and Ella, which is really weird because I thought Ella and Eric are gonna hang out together. But um expectedly Eric did wait for Ella because he wants to leave with Ella and you know, Eric of course yeah, just loves to stick with the girls, so he also stuck with, you know, Alba and Hinata and a lot of other people. But after the class, I and Ella and Eric and Christian, just four of us, just stood in the middle of the building, in the campus, not in the building, outside the building, in the campus. Four of us, we just chatted, and we chatted a lot on things, but like, you know, it was just chill. Like, they talked a lot about hair, and I just can't really relate. The only thing I can talk about is short films, and there was a moment where Christian was talking about his short film idea on how he had this idea that, you know, in the beginning of the short film, he wants to have long hair, and then by the end, he wants to have a haircut, so it's a short hair. And I'm like, well, what? I have that idea too. And then so I started talking about my short film and started talking about how difficult it is. One noticeable cultural difference is that Americans love confidence. And you know, I talked about, oh, making short films are so tough. This UCLA USC thing is so complicated. And when I say it, I mean it, but I also exaggerate it a little bit because I'm used to do this. People where I'm from are used to exaggerating their own troubles. It's the social norm. But in here, it's like, come on, don't be so down. Be a little optimistic. Be a little positive. You can do it. Come on, don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. You can do it. Which is where I'm from, would be seen as confident, but also in a certain degree arrogant. Um, but yeah, that's essentially what it is. I asked for Ella's letterbox because Ella mentioned that she has a letterbox, and I'm like, oh, you have a letterbox? Let me follow you. Maybe I shouldn't have because I post all these reviews, and maybe she's gonna see me in a different light after these reviews. I don't know. I also followed Eric. I sneaked in. I asked for Eric's Instagram, and it was a great success. I'm now at 202. Um, once I have more Americans following my Instagram than I do Hong Kongers, I will consider announcing my Instagram in public in my YouTube channel. And the reason behind is by now there are still more Hong Kongers than there are Americans in my Instagram. And the thing is, if you have been watching my school update videos, you can basically, I'm not gonna talk too much about it. I'm giving you ideas, but trying to be safe here, safe and sound. I guess at the end, about 1:09 p.m., 1:10 p.m. ish, Christian, I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a bus back home, and Christian's like, do you need a ride back home? And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna say yes because I want to get home fast. But honestly, it doesn't even matter. So I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. So Christian drove me back home, and then that's it. Originally, he just wants to drop me off at the bus stop, but then he's like, oh, never mind. It's like super near. So he drove me back home, and then we talked on the way in the car. I was in the shotgun seat, and I was like, yeah, I'm really having troubles writing, short film. Like, I have these ideas, but 5-minute constraints and how it's difficult trying to be creative. I'm going to try to make it more entertaining and less abstract. And I think he interpret my struggles as I can't even start writing. Like I just don't have any ideas. So he's like, don't doubt yourself. Start writing. Just close your eyes, move your fingers, put your fingers on your keyboard, and start writing. Don't even think about it. Better don't get it right, get it written. And also, starting is the beginning is the most important step in writing. Like start writing. But yeah, came back home and washed up, cooked myself lunch, cup noodles. It was nice. And then we have the thing, which I will not talk about because I'm being protective of myself. I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice man, and yeah, the thing. But just to let you know how absolutely exquisite my situation is right now. Next Friday night, from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., I have something to do. It's not official. You know what? I should create an allegory. I should create an allegory because otherwise I won't be able to talk about this too much. Let's say I'm going to the market to fetch water. Because that's something I never do. Next Friday night, I'm going to the market. And okay. So the owner of the market, gave me a ring and said, okay, the people of my village need water, and we desperately need someone to, fetch water, pull the bucket up and down the well. Well, she asked me first, are you Pepper's friend? And I said, yeah. And then she asked me if I'm a student in this college, and I'm like, yeah. And she asked me, if I want to help them with the water situation, and I said, yeah. And I was elated. And it turns out the well that Pepper's working on is already full of people fetching water up and down. but the well next to her is a little empty-handed, and she needs someone to not only bring the bucket, from the well to the people, but also literally do the waterworks inside the well, to dig the well and to scoop the water directly from the well and pull the rope. And at first I thought, damn, okay, seems like a lot of hard work. But you know what? I've got some practice. I also did some water welling at home. So, even now, where does this come from? I do it myself. So I said yes. She asked me, what time are you free? Because, fetching water from the well takes some kind of skill, and it's best if she gives me some training. So I said, I'm free on this day, that day. And she said, how about tonight? And I'm like, no, I got homework. And then she said, how about this other day? And I'm like, yeah, that other day is fine. So on a certain day next week, which is Friday, at a certain time, I'll be visiting the well and see how dry or how moist the situation really is. All right, so time now is 1:02 a.m. in the morning on April 24th. Just almost forgot to do one of these, but just quick recap of what happened in the last few hours. I cooked myself dinner, chicken thighs. Yeah, I was gonna go and cook dinner, but I could smell that Cindy is also cooking, so I waited her to finish. But it wasn't that late or anything. So at around 7:40 I started cooking, and then I finished the meal at around 9 something. It was a good meal, 2 pieces of chicken thighs, potatoes with ketchup, salad. Like it's a solid meal, even though it's not great or anything. Came back, and I started doing my chemistry homework. And it's actually quite difficult. The lab is, I won't say quite difficult. I'd say it is as difficult as a small chemistry exercise from Form 5, because it's about Hess's law. So, of course, given that I'm already in college now and I'm still learning child's play like this or teen play like this, like it's stupid. But it's still not as easy as the ones before. Finished the lab homework, yay, and I realize it's too late. So, Burning, the movie that I want to watch today, is actually 2.5 hours long, so I won't be able to finish it. If I watch it now, I'll finish it by 3:30 That's not cool. So I'll just watch for an hour and then I'm going to take a shower and go to bed, and that's it. I'm not even going to go drawing. I'm not even going to study chemistry. I mean, I technically did study chemistry indirectly by doing the chemistry homework, but still, there's a chemistry exam on Monday, and I got to do something about that, you know? And also, the pest people are still going to come here, so I'm going to try to text them, but I don't know if they read texts on Saturdays and Sundays, so it's futile, it's futile. I'm going to still walk into this apartment no matter what. I don't care. I need to do that fucking exam. I still haven't ordered a table on Amazon yet. I'm going to work on it tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going to go to church. I'm going to watch the second half of Burning. I'm going to watch anime if I have time. I'm going to study chemistry and drawing. Amazon, I've said that already, I think. Oh, also for Spotify, have I paid already? Because the pay time is the date is the 23rd. I think I've paid $9.99 US, basically 10. Hold on, let me see. Oh, there we go. It changed my region. There we go. That's good. Yep, I paid. And if I change my plan to student right now, what the fuck? Okay, that's good. That's good. US. Okay, there we go. That's good. It worked. It finally worked. So unfortunately, I had to pay $10 US for this month just to change the fucking country. Yeah, not much else really. Not much else. Pepper's so busy. I told Pepper about the water and the well thing, if you know what I mean. And Pepper's like, yeah, that's good to hear, you know, yay. And like not much else. I really want to have a lunch or dinner with Pepper. And I know, like now that I'm thinking about it, it may seem like I'm a little too forward. I don't even know her all that well. And given that she already has a boyfriend, like maybe she would think things of me. Like, I don't even know you that well. Why are you inviting me out for a meal, you know? This is something that I would never do. I mean, 3 years ago, when I invited Leo and Pink to watch Tenet in September of 2019, I think, or I think it was September of 2020, so that was 2 years ago. I was already like, you know, what am I doing? Like, am I being a little too over my head? Am I being a little bit too forward? Am I being a little bit too aggressive? But I mean, JT also invited me out for lunch, or it was a mutual thing. I mean, I wanted to hang out with her. She wants to hang with me. In February, when we hung out in Sawtell and had the noodle restaurant, in you know the you know. So you know, I'm still gonna try. I'm still gonna try, and I truly do have a lot of things to say to Pepper, like whether it comes to enrollment or filmmaking, Hong Kong culture, ideas, water in the well, everything. Just living here, future plans, admission to universities, like, and I just want to like open up to her because I want her to open up to me. I don't need Potter to open up to me because I feel like Potter already have. JT probably doesn't have much, but I want to know more about Pepper. I know Pepper's probably not much given the way she acts. She's so like bubbly and happy. Well, she's not bubbly, but like she's just really like a nice yay person. Like, but I feel like there should be more to her, you know? Like it can't be that simple. It can't be that simple. So I just really want to just sit down, open up to her. And it's a reciprocal thing because, you know, Potter did this to me. Potter, when we met the first time and we had KFC together, Potter was like, oh, you know, back in university, this happened to me, that happened to me. And I'm like, oh, if you can open up to me, I can open up to you. So it's reciprocal. So if I open up to Pepper, then that would persuade Pepper to open up to me. Unless she has a very strong defense system of her own personality or something. Social science, man, social science. But yeah, I'm truly excited for. And also, like, out of all the times I could start my next page arc thing, level, game, right now is actually a pretty good time. Because right now I'm not caught up with, you know, like money issues or food issues or shelter issues. Like right now, I'm actually not a lot of issues now. I'm actually feeling kind of relaxed. Aside from the stupid chemistry exam next Monday, but I can handle that. I want to get an A. I'll try my best. I'll try hard. You watch me. You witness me try hard, okay? And of course I'm gonna worry about university and all that stuff, but it's not urgent, not really. So right now is a good time. So incredibly excited. Time now is 8:08 a.m. on April 23rd. April 24th. I had a good sleep. It's just that it's not a lot. I slept from 2:30, actually 2:45-ish, till 7:55. So that's a little bit less than 5 hours because I didn't immediately fall asleep. But yeah, I just woke up, brushed my teeth, and when I woke up, there's so much commotion outside the door. There's so much chatting, and there's so much quack, 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 quack sound. It's 8 fucking a.m. in the morning, man. Do they have no concept of what time is? It's fine because I need to wake up anyways. But on a regular day, when I don't have to wake up early, Jesus. At least keep it down. That guy doesn't sound like my white guy roommate. Sounds like a guest. It's 8 a.m. in the morning. Alright, anyways, I'm just gonna change my clothes, eat a red bean bread, and then just leave, just like last Sunday. Yeah, that's all for today, really. Alright, it's 8:28 a.m. It is significantly hotter than yesterday, and I'm earlier than the pastor's car. So that's that. The guy in the house was a black dude. And I think maybe he's Cindy's boyfriend. But they were just chatting and chatting and chatting, and they aren't stopping. Interesting.
啲咁容易放棄嘅人啊。咁所以今日講嗰個老師，
佢擺落嚟啊，唔係就到你切上去。
好似
不過近排聽完個 Hillsong Worship 之後咧，
係啊，因為我唔翻屋企啊。
All right, time now is 4:45. It's been nearly an hour since I've returned to this apartment, and so goddamn sleepy. I'm so goddamn sleepy. You have no idea. You have no idea. So I'm gonna go over everything that happened today chronologically. So, woke up super early, nosy outside. I didn't even eat a red bean bun, because I just don't want to. I'm just not in the mood to eat. So I grabbed a chocolate crunch bar, and then I left, and I didn't even eat the crunch bar. And it's fine. Skipping breakfast is like, it's fine. You know, hopped onto the car with Kelly on it, and the pastor drove me to the church. And then we went into the church, and then, you know, it is what it is. 3 Sundays in a row this had happened, and I feel like I've reached a point where it doesn't, like, it's not new anymore. It's not new to me. Like, going to this church, waking up early like this. Went to the sermon, and D showed up. D was beside me, and then, you know, his wife. To my right and to my left was Jonah and Kelly, and I just sat there and I like fell asleep and back and forth and back and forth. And that was a sermon, and then afterwards we went to the Wonderful Bakery to buy bread. I bought a 2 point. I bought a Naiwao, a custard bun that costs 1.95, but I actually paid tips of $1, even though I actually don't have to. But yeah, I paid $2.95 for that, which is actually a little bit overpriced. And then went back to the Chinatown church, went to Sunday school, sat down, did nothing, and it was a little bit awkward. Like, there's something really quiet and awkward today. Like, I don't know why, I don't know what's happening, but there's just something really awkward today. Like, just everything was kind of awkward today, even in the sermon, even in the beginning with the pianist, not really like playing, like zoning out and forgetting to play, forgetting to start the song. And then the promotional video, the funny promotional video played in the beginning before the sermon, which was kind of funny, but they played the same one that they played last time. I saw it last Sunday for the first time. But they played the video again, and then Sunday school today, the Bible fellowship was kind of boring. Like, not much was talked about really, other than, you know, praise God. And I feel like the pastor in question, another pastor did the Bible fellowship, and he tried to make it existential, but it just comes off very boring and kind of awkward because no conclusion is reached. So just incredibly awkward, really. Not incredibly, but somewhat awkward. And then afterwards, Kelly left, Jonah left, and I followed the siblings and another woman from our fellowship group with glasses to a spot in Pasadena to have a ramen lunch. And I've never been to Pasadena before in my whole life. This is the first time I've been there. And it's a weird place. It's like Disneyland. It looks like it came right out of a cartoon. I feel like Pasadena used to be one of those cowboy towns, you know, one of those Wild West cowboy towns. because of the way it's arranged. Like there are brick walls and the lamp posts are like very interesting, and you know, it was an expensive ramen lunch. It was $18.50. It was insane. And then during lunch, the siblings and the other woman talked a lot about the church and how like the current state of the church is just so, especially not really the church, more like the fellowship, the our fellowship, the college slash university student um Bible study fellowship group, Sunday school, have been getting worse and worse. Like people are not really doing anything, especially the guy, the brother, the younger brother of the sibling, um, who was like damn, like you know, I feel like we're not communicating. You know, I feel like we're all separated. Like not a lot of people are taking this seriously anymore. Like back then, back in my time, like a few years ago, like this Bible study fellowship thing used to be a great religious event. People used to passionately talk to each other and actually care about each other. But now everybody's just like forming groups, like forming 小圈子, like little cliques, like groups of their own, you know. Like, oh man, it sucks now. You know, there are some management issues. I feel like the pastors don't even care at this point. And I'm just sitting there. I don't really know what they're talking about. And I don't really want to comment on it because to me it's fine. That's actually probably what I expect. Honestly, maybe it's because I haven't hung out with a lot of Christians ever since I've gotten into secondary school. But like, I don't know a lot of people, especially I just can't imagine a bunch of Hong Kongers who are all super passionate about Christianity and faith, like passionately. I mean, I believe the people in our Bible study fellowship group, people like Jonah and Kelly, they do care about Christianity, they do care about their faith and religion, but not in a super like ultra passionate kind of way, you know. Not in a, you know, oh, man, I'm so tired. Not in a way they're like they have to, you know, go out their way and really spiritualize everyone. Like you know, it's just not that huge of a deal for them. Um and so of course the other two women during the lunch was like, yeah, you know, so true, so true. And they even talked like, I feel like in situations like this where if you only listen to the younger brother talk, he seems like a reasonable guy, but you also get the hint that maybe he's a little biased and maybe he's not really getting the full picture. Because he then talks about Jonah. Like, Jonah is the leader of the Bible study fellowship. And he complained about Jonah being too passive. Like, he's trying to organize activities, you know, get people to do something and work together and stuff. And Jonah's just very chill. Jonah's like, yeah. And he also complained because Jonah has a girlfriend, and he complained, oh, Jonah's always with his girlfriend. Like, he's clearly putting his girlfriend above Christianity. Like, how could you do that? And again, you know, he sounds reasonable, but like coming from him, like it just seems like he's not really getting the full picture. Like I just don't want to join into this conversation a lot. To me, it's all neutral. And there are even points in time during the lunch where they're talking about, you know, the problems with our fellowship, and then they're like, oh, Enoch's here. Just ignore us, you know, just ignore us. But they didn't try to like isolate me. They're just like, oh well, Enoch's here, and you know he's probably confused as hell as to what we're talking about. But yeah. And another pastor, the same pastor who led the fellowship today, the big guy, the heart doctor, the cardiologist. He wanted to drive me home at first, but at the end, the woman with the glasses told me that the other Enoch, the woman with the short hair, wants to drive me home instead. So the younger brother called the cardiologist, and the cardiologist told him that he's disappointed, of course, in a joking manner. But they're jokingly said, "Oh wow, the cardiologist pastor wants to talk to you," and then the younger brother's like, "I want to talk to you too." And then again after the lunch we went. The younger brother, his elder sister, the other woman with glasses, and me in a car went to Alhambra, and then I and the girl with the glasses left that car and went and met up with the short-haired girl, whose name is also Enoch, and she drove me back home, and then here I am. No comment. And I don't want to because I'm too tired to think about all this stuff. B, like, honestly, I think it's fine. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me being not a hardcore Christian and all. But I think it's fine. Like, of course, it would be nice if people are more passionate about this. But I don't notice any cliques or any particular groups of people who only hang out with each other. Like, it's almost like there's drama, and it's almost like the younger brother's fueling to this drama, but it's like, I don't care, man, I just don't. And they were even, like, during the lunch, like, the younger brother was talking about, wow, social, like, relationships, like, how am I going to deepen my relationship with other people? Like, how do I connect with people? How do I connect with other people in the fellowship? How do I make the people in the fellowship connect with one another? Because he feels that it's so disconnected. And then he would occasionally look at me and ask me, okay, what do you think, Enoch? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm terrible at socializing. But I did say that it's a lot about common experience. If there's no common ground, at least like common experience. Like, if there's no common interest, at least there's common experience. Like, I and Kelly went to the UCLA talent show together, and we still talk about it because it's insane. Anyways, came back here. It's so fucking hot. It's insane. I'm extremely tired. You have no idea. So a couple things. I want to do a review, except I also don't, because I'm just too tired. My voice is raspy, and I don't want to review this album in full length. And also, I just want to rest, and also I need to make some time out to study chemistry for the exam tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, the pest control people are still coming in. And I've texted them last night, but of course they're not going to read my text. So I did a maintenance request on the portal website for my apartment. And I basically said, it wasn't even a maintenance request. I just told them, like, yo, can you reschedule the pest control? Because I got to stay here tomorrow. The text said that they're going to be here anywhere from 9 to 11. If the pest control people come here at 9, then this means I have to wake up super early at 8 and leave. And then what the hell am I going to do outside? Okay, let's say they come here at 11. But I gotta study. I'm gonna stay in my bedroom and study chemistry before the exam. Why? What do you want me to do? And then my exam starts at 1 p.m. And if the pest control people come at 11 p.m., like, come on. I gotta do my fucking exam, man. Last time the Wi-Fi guy came here, it was right in the fucking middle of my Spanish class, and now we have this. It's just one cockroach, man. It's fine. It's fine. It's not a huge deal. I had to deal with like 30-something cockroaches back in my own home in Hong Kong. This is one cockroach is nothing in comparison. Unless we're talking about like Australian giant cockroaches. So yeah. I don't know how the pest control thing would be done. It's just such a nuisance, it's just such a hassle. It's just throwing a wrench at my already broken ass plan. Like, ugh, fuck you. So for the rest of the day, I'm really just going to, I'm not even going to watch anime. I planned to watch anime, but I'm not going to because I just can't. I just don't have the time or the energy. But I'm going to have to finish watching Burning because I did start, like, watch Burning yesterday and I didn't finish it. I watched 44 minutes, but the whole thing is 2.5 hours. So yeah, it'll be studying chemistry, watching Burning, editing college, video thoughts update, and that's all. And I'll keep talking to Pepper and see if we can, you know, hang out sometime. It was so goddamn promising before the spring break when me, Pepper, and Thomas were walking through the streets of the night. You know, Pepper's like, "Oh, you can come hang out with me in Koreatown. We can go there. Let's go there." And it's like, wow, damn, okay, it's going on. But it's been a whole month already. I gotta do something, man. I gotta be more aggressive. I know that's so un-me, but I have to not be myself. Fuck, I'm so tired. But yeah, I want to hang out with Pepper, and I have so much to talk to Pepper. So freaking much, it's insane. I just want to trauma dump on her and traumatize her and see her reaction. I don't know. Yeah, again, water well thing, Friday night. Ooh, that's insane. Am I doing anything wrong? You know, I'm like, because I've gone through so much shit in my life, and in LA specifically, I always have the idea that I shouldn't celebrate too early. So, like, goddamn, I'm gonna draw the water from the well, but will I actually though? Like, will they suddenly say, okay, you know what? We already like have enough water from the well. Like, just you can leave now. Like, will they do that? You know, they can. And you know, Miriam says she's coming. What if, like, at the very last second, she told me, like, okay, I got sick, or, you know, I got something came up. I found a boyfriend. You know, that I'm also wondering, like if I was Miriam, I would probably look for a boyfriend. So, you know, leaving Hong Kong to some random ass city would probably not aid that, but, you know, you do you. Or maybe it's like one last hurrah, like, I'm gonna get a boyfriend, but before I do, I just want to, like, go on an adventure and do something that my boyfriend would never let me do. You know, but, you know, I'm expecting shit like this to happen. I'm expecting disappointments. I'm like, I've been disappointed so much so in life that now I expect everything to be disappointing. So yeah, I slept for like 8.5 hours yesterday and today combined. Fuck me. This whole Saturday Sunday thing really suck ass. I will never take a morning class again, or nighttime class. They both suck ass. They really do. Ugh. All right, so time now is 10:44. This is gonna be quick, but yeah, just cook myself dinner, and it's pretty good actually. Some fried pork slices, fried big white cabbage with garlic, 300 milliliters of rice. Pretty good. Right, and then after I finished eating, Cindy cooked her dinner, and it was like 9:30 p.m. already, and now the entire apartment smells like Brussels sprouts. So again, it's not the first time. So there's that. So it is, yeah, again, it's 10:45. I've been moseying, and I haven't been paying a lot of attention in the lectures. I mean, they're not like Zoom meetings, obviously. They're YouTube videos, but like I would pause them and I would be like distracted. Aoba Ichiko held an Instagram live, and I watched it for a little bit. And yeah, I'm just really bored and unmotivated to do anything. So here's the plan right now. I'm going to continue watching the lectures and writing notes last minute. This is very extreme. I'm doing a chemistry exam tomorrow. And 12 hours before the exam, I start watching the lectures. I am such a ballsy person. But yeah, I'm actually seriously legitimately doing it right now. It's mostly pretty easy, but there is some stuff like partial pressure, like I've never even heard of. I mean, maybe I've heard of, but like I've never studied it. So this is new, so I actually got to pay attention now. A couple more things. There is no rush in regards to the Amazon table thing, so I can get a table anytime I want. And there is no rush in the whole drawing and reading thing. Like those are just hobby stuffs. But a couple thing is that I will try to speak to Pepper later. Speak more to her. I feel like Pepper's not taking me all that seriously. Either that or Pepper's just that busy. Too busy to even reply to anyone. I don't know. B, so no response from the pest people. The pest control people is still gonna come to this apartment tomorrow morning, with or without me. And that is a humongous issue because I ain't leaving the apartment tomorrow. I ain't doing that. I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna study, I'm gonna do my exam. So, and I also asked Cindy during dinner, and she said that they may. Cindy said she asked them to come at the weekends, but they decided not to. They just said no. And also the pest people won't only unpest the kitchen and the living room, but will also go to bedroom. And I fucking hate that. Okay? I hate it when people go into my bedrooms. That is that's in my top 5 pet peeves. You don't go into my bedroom without my permission. And I sure as hell, even though this is not a super clean bedroom, I sure as hell it's not infested with cockroaches. So I will be staying here, and I will be guarding my bedroom, and I will be telling them to fuck off. Don't come near this bedroom with your cockroach. Of course I won't like fuck off. I'll be respectful, but I'll stand my ground and defend this bedroom. I have a blanket with no blanket cover. My pajamas are underneath the bed. I don't want any of that anti-bug spray to hit the bed. I'm sleeping in here. I have a bathroom here that I use. My clean clothes are here. This is supposed to be a clean private space. Don't come in here and flip everything over just because there's one cockroach. All this for one goddamn fucking cockroach in the kitchen. And now they invading my bedroom, flipping my bed upside down, going through all my clean clothes, completely shattering my bathroom. What for, man? What for? So I'm gonna stand my ground and not go anywhere. And I hope they can just get away. I can tell them to like reschedule or something. I don't know. But yeah. Oh yeah, also before dinner, I came out, like, it was like afternoon, Jared's girlfriend showed up. So the guy today, this morning, probably a friend of Cindy's, and there's his girlfriend, and then I'm all alone in this small ass room. It's fine though. I like this room. I do. All right. So time now is 10:04 a.m. on April 25th. It's reunion day. Oh my god. It's reunion day. That's insane. It's the 6-year anniversary of the one and only Fantabulous Reunion Day. Alright, so, here's what's happening. I went to bed last night at, unfortunately, quite late, 3:30. I woke up at 9:50 this morning, so that's about 6 hours and 20 minutes, which is not that bad. Definitely not as bad as the last couple of days. But obviously I still feel very sleepy. But now we have the burning question. The burning question. I watched Burning last night. We have the big question. The prophecy has come true. The pest control guy actually came. So I woke up, I set my alarm at 9:55, but I woke up at 9:50 because I was awakened, not by myself, but by Cindy and the pest control guy. The pest control guy actually showed up at our door. Cindy opened the door and said some stuff in extreme loud volume. So loud I actually woke up. And I was a little mad at first, like, come on, you're gonna wake me up like that. But turns out it's already 9:50, so you know what, screw it. But yeah, the pest control guy is actually right here, right outside, right now. A tall, super tall white guy with uniform. Fuck, the disaster is gonna happen. So what's gonna happen is, he's either gonna fume or spray. If he fumes the place, I have to leave. And if I stay, I would have to wear a fucking gas mask, respiratory mask, which I'm not doing. I'm studying for a test, for an exam at 1 p.m. I have an exam at 1 p.m., guys. I can't do this with stinky bug spray wearing a gigantic gas mask. The second option is to spray. And I also asked if he's gonna come into my bedroom. Apparently not. I'm not sure, but I asked the guy, and I think I asked Cindy, and Cindy asked the guy, and the guy's like, alright. So Cindy knocked on my door, like banged on my door. Enoch! And I was still on my bed. I was in my striped pajamas. But I'm like, fuck you. Fine. So I left the bed, went outside, and, saw them briefly from a distance. I don't like leaving this bedroom with my pajamas on. I hate doing that. But you know what? It's fine. So I asked if they're gonna come into my bedroom, and they said the guy, the pest control guy, he said he's only gonna do the living room and the kitchen and the surrounding area. I don't know what that means. I just don't want him to come to my fucking bedroom. And please don't fume the place, man. I gotta study. So, I don't know where the guy is now, because I'm like, okay, the guy could start spraying places at any given moment now. And I just woke up. I need food and water, okay? So I went outside, grabbed myself a cup of water, some cookies. That's it. That's my breakfast. No question asked. And, that's it. I'm gonna start studying now. Oh, fuck. So, what are my plans for the rest of the day? I think for April 25th, I should do something to celebrate. In fact, it's almost going to be April 26th in Hong Kong. So technically Reunion Day is also yesterday. But I'll still do something to celebrate today, I feel like. I don't know. I kind of want to stay at home the whole day. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't know. I'll eat something nice, maybe. I'll eat something nice. I'll finish the ice cream that I bought. Or, I don't know. I actually have no idea. I haven't actually spoken to Pepper last night. I'm just too tired. So yeah, today I'm gonna just get down to basics, you know. Speak to Pepper, draw, read, write my script. Yeah, and then maybe I'll have some good food to celebrate Reunion Day. And I'll upload something special to YouTube. Yeah. All right, time now is 2:38 p.m. Yeah, chemistry exam done. It was a passionate exam. It's pretty difficult. It's a toughie. But I actually enjoy doing this more purely on an entertainment level because this exam isn't too easy. And so I would think it's stupid, and it isn't too difficult, so I would think it's bad. Like, again, like I said, I only started watching the lectures since last night, so you know I'm pulling off something insane here. So, like me reading the questions, there are certain questions in the exam where I read it and my first thought is like, what the fuck? I don't understand this at all, even though I think I should. So I had to think, and then I had to think what sort of formulas and equations and concepts I've just learned over the course of the last 12 hours, or over the course of like since last night. And it's actually a little bit fun that way. And the way I wrote down the answers on my notebook and how I would circle the questions that I am kind of uncertain of, and then after I finish the whole thing, I come back to those circled questions like I always used to, and sort of figure out the problem, and then calculating, recalculating, and then somehow getting the answer actually. Yeah, you know, it's not bad. I hope I get over 90%. You know what? It would be amazing if I get a 90%. Oh, also, this morning, I checked Discord. Someone DM'd me. Someone with an anime profile picture of Katagawa Marin from My Dress Up Darling, asking me if I'm ready for the chemistry exam, because that person, I think it's a she, she's also in the chemistry Discord group, and she asked me if I'm ready for the exam, and I'm like, no, not really. And then I asked her, how about you? And then she said, oh, I'm ready as hell, but I just want to pass though. Like, and I'm like, I'm not ready, but she's ready as hell, and she's still not confident on passing or failing the class. I'm trying to get an A here. The higher the GPA, the better. My GPA right now is 3.94, which is good, but, you know, I'd like to keep getting A's. Or at least one more B. I can afford to get one more B, but the rest of the classes I take should all be A's. Which I think is actually possible. But, yeah, there's that. Okay, so another thing is the pest control guy. I'm not hearing any noise from him. I think he just left. He just up and left. Like, when I filmed my video, like, a little bit earlier this morning, he's already gone. And I don't know where he's gone. But this pest control guy, he just disappeared. Like 10 minutes after I woke up. He's just gone now. And I haven't heard any noise from him. I don't know if he'll come back or not, but according to the text, the whole spraying, the whole pest control process should be any time from 9 to 11, so theoretically he should be gone, according to the text. But he only stayed in this place for like 10 minutes. Is it really that fast? Come on, really, seriously? So he just grabbed a bottle of anti-cockroach spray, sprayed around, and then just left in 10 minutes. Is that the case? Can I go outside and cook myself lunch now? Is that safe? I have no idea. I actually have zero idea. I actually have zero freaking idea. In other news, I think last night I told Natalie I lost 8 pounds, and she said, I'm jealous. And then a little bit later today, I told her about the whole water in the well thing. Yeah, I don't know. A few days ago, I dreamed about Natalie getting another boyfriend, and I'm like, oh fuck. Yeah, so I'm gonna go cook myself some lunch now, which is probably gonna be a plentiful lunch. Fried egg, luncheon meat, and potatoes with ketchup. Healthy, nutritious brunch thing. Yeah. And then tonight I think I'll do chicken thighs. Wait, have I already done that last night? No, I haven't. That's pork. Last night was pork. Oh, I'm so sleepy. So here we go. This is my lunch. Time now is 3:30. So I spot a little green stuff on a potato and I cut it off, but I don't know if it's poisonous or not. So I'll still eat it. Hope I don't die. Also, ultra crispy fried egg. Because I forgot to watch the fire. Got some half a can of luncheon meat, by the way. Half a can of Spam. Also, ketchup. Let's get you. Yes. There we go. I'm gonna stand and eat. Let's try the potato first. And you know what? Let's try this one. This one seems safer. I like that it's ultra burned and ultra crisp, so it really smells and tastes like a potato. And then of course we got this. Oh shit. Time now is 8:03 p.m. Just a quick update here. I should be cooking right now, but I actually am not. I feel really full for some reason. What the fuck? Maybe it's because I drank a Coca-Cola and ate the potatoes, and the potatoes and the Coca-Cola sort of had a reaction and caused the starch to fluff up or something. But I just feel kind of full right now. I don't want to eat anything. I don't know what's going on with me. But I did in my meal planned chicken thighs for tonight. And I forgot what that I planned for tomorrow. Did I plan anything for tomorrow? Crap. Hold on. But what I want to say is the potato I ate. Okay, I didn't plan anything for tomorrow night. Sheesh. But yeah. You know what? I'm gonna eat like one chicken thigh instead of two. I just feel really full. I don't know why. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to go out to buy food tomorrow. Yeah. But in any case, today during lunch when I ate the potatoes, one of the small potatoes had a bit of green spot, and I was like, that's pretty weird, and I don't know if I should eat it or not. And I went online, and some sources say I should throw it out, some sources say it's fine. So I called my grandma, nobody picked up. My mom's awake, it turns out, so I asked her, and she's like, just cut it out. But before she could answer, I already cooked it, and I was gonna eat it anyways. So I ate it. I cut out the green bits, and I ate the rest of the small potato. And turns out it's sprouting, apparently, somehow for some reason, even though I put it in the fridge. So I ate some sprouted potatoes, and it's not a lot, and it's just a little bit. It's not like really sprouted, it's just starting to get green. And I did cut off the green parts, but I don't know. It's poisonous, and I'm going to be poisoned. So that's cool, I guess. Alright, time now is 8:50. Dinner's ready. I cooked one chicken, I baked it for like 15 minutes and it still seems raw. This took way more time than I thought it would. Alright, time now is 12:24, 12:14 after midnight. Alright, yeah, finished dinner and it was really late already. Like, yeah, it's 9:30, and then I did the Spanish homework and I was just in time. And in fact, I actually had spare time. Like in the middle of doing the Spanish homework, I'm like, oh, I actually have spare time to edit videos more. So I'm editing my Minecraft video right now, as you can tell. So I don't have much to say right now, other than I'm feeling fine. I feel okay. I tried to speak to Pepper a little bit. I asked her like what are the things I should know before, the water well training day. And she didn't really say much. She said she doesn't know because my well is different from her well. Yeah, I kind of want to speak to her a little bit more. And I realized this. If I want to ask her about the whole water and the well thing, I can ask her on Wednesday night. Like, I still got time. And also, like, if I ask her to hang out today, it wouldn't really mean anything. Because tomorrow, I'm not gonna go out. I'm gonna, like, sleep until afternoon because I want to sleep. And tomorrow after the Spanish class, I'm gonna go shopping. I'm gonna go to Ralph's. And then for Wednesday, I don't want to go anywhere because I got class. Why even hang out with Pepper on Wednesday when I'm already gonna see her on Wednesday? I hope Pepper's fine. I hope Pepper's not still sick. I think she's gonna be fine. But I'm gonna see her again on Wednesday, and I hope and it's also better to ask her to hang out face to face. Like it's better to do that. Like there are things that you can't say online because it comes off creepy, but you can say face to face in person. It's easier to say in person because it's so spur of the moment. It's so spontaneous and it's so within the context of the mood of that conversation. So I'm gonna do that, I guess. The only issue is Thomas, the Chinese dude, who's just gonna be like, and Pepper's the kind of person, because Pepper lives in Koreatown, so, well, actually, before the Wednesday night class, Pepper has another class, so she's gonna rush here. So Pepper will probably be a bit late, so I'm gonna be stuck with Thomas. But I want to find almost every single time in all the previous Wednesdays when I want to speak to Pepper, Thomas is always there. And it's a bit of struggle because if I only speak Cantonese to Pepper, Thomas will not understand. So I have to speak English, but I want to speak Cantonese to Pepper. It's more personal. It's more between us. So, I want to just hang out with Pepper, like legitimately just both of us, or, it could be with someone else, but I prefer just both of us. Just a real, psychological, interventional 2-person meeting. Just it's almost like I'm asking someone to, it's funny because like back in Hong Kong, before I left, like me having hot pot lunch with Natalie, me watching Anita and then having dinner with Pink, and then me traveling around Lantau Island with Miriam, like like I'm such an anime protagonist sometimes. I'm like one of those anime protagonists who like has a lot of female friends, but they're all just friends. you know? Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, and I bet people who saw me, like when I and Natalie like had like the beef hot pot, I bet the people around us are like, oh yeah, they're dating. No, we're not. And it's even funnier given that she was single at that point. But I don't really care because I don't like her. I hate her, man. I fucking hate her. I want to speak to her. I want to chat with Natalie. I want to have a call with Natalie, in fact, because I haven't heard her voice in 3 months. Well, to be fair, between September 10th of 2020 until the next time I saw her, I haven't heard her voice in 11 months. So, not that huge of a deal, but I want to have like a phone call with Natalie just to hear her act all, hey, what's up? No, she doesn't say that. I say what's up now. Oh my god, LA is breaking me. I never use what's up. Natalie's probably gonna be awkward, which is good. I like having awkward conversations with Natalie. The more awkward, the better. I like having toxic ass conversations with Natalie. Like Natalie's the only person who I can have a very toxic conversation with, like literally verbally abusing each other, and I would be fine by it. I would actually enjoy it because Natalie's just such an unhinged, like psychotic person that you don't even feel bad hurting her emotionally and then letting her emotionally hurt you. It's fine. Like Natalie's the only person who I can do this to. Like Natalie's the only person I can lie to, and I'll tell her that I lied to you and actually feel good about lying to her. Even though I also always tell her the truth and be extremely honest with her. Like, what a strange relationship we have. What a strange relationship. Or at least maybe it's one-sided. To her, maybe I'm just not important. I don't know. But yeah, it's a bit funny. Yeah, so I'm gonna end off here. I'm not gonna do anything with Amazon Prime right now because there's no rush. And I know myself, and I'm the kind of person who really, if there's no rush in doing something, I won't do that thing for a long time. Like in 2020 on September 4th, I think, I cried and raged because of the whole script frustration thing, and I grabbed a clothes hanger and I slashed against the window of my bedroom, and it left some red marks. And for a long time I've been wanting to wash it off, but I never did. For over a year, I never did it because I just didn't care. Like my detective coat that was hanging on the wall, on the closet in my old bedroom, in my bedroom in Hong Kong, it was there for like months and I didn't even care about it. It was just there for no reason. And now it's right there. So yeah, that's all. I'm excited to sleep a lot tonight. I don't know what happened with the pest control guy. He just disappeared, and it's almost like he didn't even do anything. He's just gone. Like I have no idea what happened. But yeah, I'll go to the Ralph's tomorrow. Oh man, I'm so happy I can finally like do something about the well. everybody is doing something for the village. And I always get jealous because people are like, people like Natalie and Zara are like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to reply to you because I was busy doing something. I'm busy doing this, I'm busy doing that, And, teenagers in a lot of teen movies and TV shows have like side hustles, And I'm always like, haha, that's so fucking relatable. Yeah. Well, it will be.